The like button.
No, the like button is working. We've been live for a while. What wasn't working was my microphone. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. A
Hello.
YouTube and Twitch stream where we sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. How
Yes,
is everybody?
hello.
Because it's been a while. I had a week off.
I've been alright. Well, I say I've been alright. I've actually been pretty shit. I don't know. That's just me.
I myself have been pretty fine. Let's well, and well, yeah. I have been editing quite a bit of one video, which will be coming up to YouTube's at some point, so that is something I'm kind of building up to.
Yeah. Oh, that's something we need to do. We need to go to all the clips and make a clip compilation. Thanks for reminding me,
Yep.
Lizzie.
You can get some bits and bobs.
Well, what I'm going to do is, over the course of the past month, so everything I've done in March, all the clips I have, I'm just going to download and stitch together into one video.
Mm. Hey.
Hey, and oh.
So, yeah. So, hi everybody. Hi.
Hello.
For not being on last week, I decided to have a week off.
Yes.
The DM was having a me week. I mean, I would say I had a vacation, but it was more of a staycation. But anyways, this week we are down a Dom, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
Because he, like I was last week, is somewhat burnt out. But he shall be fine. Wish him all the best.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm sure he'll be fine come Thursday for Thievery Thursdays.
Yes.
Also, a bit of other news announcements out the way. Community Challenge is now complete.
Hooray!
Way.
So Couples Game Night is, if you're watching this live, it's this coming Saturday. If you're watching this on the Thursday, it's this coming Saturday. Provided I remember to put it up. That'll be Saturday the 3rd of April. Not quite Easter Sunday. It's like the best day I have right now.
Yes.
And other than that, I'm ready to play some D&D. Is everybody else ready to play some D&D?
Yes, I am just still sharing around for you.
Thank you.
I am looking about the problem being that my face rig isn't properly showing.
Well, that's a terrible thing.
Oh,
It is.
man.
Also realised I am not shared on the Book of Face.
Is there... I think it might be even a problem with the lovely slubs.
And that's not a good thing if slobs has stopped working.
Could I, like, see? That face rig would be working? Being that quite important.
Okay. So I think we've got that all done. Oh, also on the Twitch side of things, I don't know if you guys are currently sat in my Twitch chat, but there is now a new emote.
Oh! Just a moment.
So right now we have the OG emote, which is that bit of artwork that Tash did for me for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Yes.
And then we have a new
Oh.
one specifically for those lore-heavy moments. It literally says lore
Oh.
in a 112 pixel frame.
Yes.
So nothing fancy, nothing dramatic.
Okay.
And the last cool thing
Alright.
as well, there is now a new points challenge ongoing.
Ooh.
Why did I? That wasn't
So
my
if the
intention.
channel spends 20,000 XP points, I will do a stream solely dedicated to the lore of the homebrew.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So you consider it
Interesting.
like an AMA, like you can ask me anything, I will do stuff about it.
Yes.
Oh,
There you
Challenge
go.
begins.
I have like 16k
I know.
points, so
I know. I want to. Apparently, there's a way I can make actual like statuses for people. According
Oh, yeah.
according to the Streamlabs chatbot, so you can like call up your rank and see where you are.
Ooh,
I want to put
okay.
one at like the 20k mark, which is just basically the lurker
Mm.
and various other things. But 20k is like that's it. You're a guaranteed lurker now. You have official lurker status. Just sat there and accrued 20k of XP points. And
hey,
not spent them. The
I
other
think I need to restart.
no.
What?
Oh, yes. The other cool thing, people might want to notice as well on the map. Look, names:
Names? Hiya.
Read.
Kumo, Minato, Yari, Kita, Gin, Kawa, Sakura, Kin, Minami, Kosaten, Hanto, and Nishi. We have place names now in the world.
Sweet.
That is awesome.
Also, 2 midget borders also are named as well. So, Yari borders the God Tier Lake, and Sakura obviously has its own little bay.
No.
You guys really want that lore stream? Okay. We'll add it to the list. Alright then. So, without any further ado and restraint on newsy bits, last time, a wonderful band of misfits, you guys had travelled across the peninsula. Oh, 25% complete the lore challenge. Okay, that's going to be fun. Yeah, had to from Kumo to Minato and back again to deal with Khan's vampirism problem.
Yes.
You were directed towards the capital city of Yari, where an associate of your alchemist, the vampire master, who is the only one who can. Well, he doesn't want to cure Khan, but he's that desperate. He has someone in Yari that could help. And upon your arrival on your travels there, you were assaulted by a few cockatrices. And your new kobold companion of Creep nearly TPK'd the party.
Yes.
Fighting for the win. But thanks to Twitch chat's intervention, managed to save you all from rolling new characters, although the horse did die.
Yeah, and that is what is going to bring one flaw of mine into the game.
Yep.
And it's I have blind and unreasoning hate towards the people who did it.
Yes, which in this case is your little kobold buddy.
Unfortunately.
So it could be a bit awkward going in the future. But anyway, you did manage to make it to Yari, where your cleric, Shizuka, I pointed out to you all that Yali is a very religious, heavy city. Very
Yeah,
Puritan.
yeah.
So with a bit of a quick magical wash-up on Khan's side of things, you gained entry, you realise you need a license to keep Creep around, and he must be on a lead, for he is a lesser creature. Practically an animal. But you did find the alchemist in question in a place known as the Undermarket, where for a few thousand gold and a few decently chunks of diamond, he can restore Khan and get rid of his curse before he completely goes under vampirism. So,
Yes.
whilst digging out for diamonds yourselves, you decided to go to the Temple of Omoi Kane in the posh end of town. A place that Shizuka pretty much calls home, as that is her deity's resident temple. Built like a colossal library, you guys were permitted entrance, with the fact that Shizuka seems to hold some sway, even though she is but a lowly, low-ranking member of the group. You found your way to the section concerning curses, and most notably vampirism. And it is there that you guys came across creatures known as Seekers. They have strange, alien-like faces. They don't have mouths as such either, but you notice that they go through the older tomes and basically snort it like it's the finest cocaine.
Yes.
Look, it's a library map. It's the only map I had to build this week, because I suspect this is as much combat as we'll ever get through. But anyway, you were all rather shocked to see such creatures.
Yes.
Shizuka most of all.
Yeah.
As she notices, before you guys do, that they do wear the same robes as her order, although they look older. But also, they are of a significantly higher rank.
Yes.
I take it you know them at the sound of the whimpering coming from you.
Yeah,
I suppose. I suppose.
I mean, she doesn't say yeah.
Feeding back on someone's thing. I don't know who it is.
It's not mine, because I'm a headset. Anyways,
I just wondered because I just heard it feedback just in case.
I mean, it could have been just Tasha's microphone being super loud.
I mean,
Yeah.
possibly.
Anyway, as Shizuka stands there in shock, the Seeker stalks closer. It actually puts down the tome it was reading. Well, reading in air quotes. Snorting might be a better term.
Yeah.
And it gets up close to you, Shizuka, and looks you dead in the eyes. And you don't see it speak. It just it seems to communicate telepathically to you.
Oh shit.
Looks you over and I've forgotten your rank now. What did we say your rank was again?
It was...
No, I forgot what I forgot what your rank was. Actually, I have to go and D&D Beyond and look at your rank. What book did I pull it out of? That's the other question. That was one I pulled it out of.
I think it was like... I know you said it was a low ranking.
Yeah. There you go. So it says that you are avowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you in the eyes and you hear this telepathic voice go, "Avowed. Permitted entrance." Then it glances over to you, Zopper. Likewise, looks you dead in the eyes.
Sort of quirk an eyebrow and carry on looking warily.
Yeah. And Matoku Shizuka, this voice enters your head and just goes, "Tiefling. Bargained. Betrayed. Access permitted." And then sort of tries to squeeze past you and looks over towards Relgash and Leonin. Soldier. Access denied.
More warlock though, not bard. But yeah, but why are you denied?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
I looks over the Khan. Kenku. Arcane. Cursed. Partial access. And then eventually it stops and looks down at Creep.
Oh no.
And there was a small, brief squeak. Almost like a dog whistle, and Creep physically recoils. And you all get the same telepathic voice in your head, so you know each of your statuses. And it just looks down and goes, "Kobold. Pest. Pacified." And it begins to turn around and goes back to the books it was currently snorting. Meanwhile, Creep is stunned for the most part.
By the way, who is holding the leash for Creep currently?
I don't know, that's for you guys to discuss. I don't think you actually got the leash for Creep.
No. We were on our way, and then
The fact two of you said it at the same time.
I mean, we could just use the hempen rope in the meantime.
yeah,
Yes. We can just tie it loosely, but if it's pulled hard enough, it could tighten.
Yeah, that's an easy enough thing to do. I mean, Creep doesn't even resist or do anything. Creep is 1,000-yard stare.
yeah.
Relgash is takes the rope and just says, "Well, we aren't wanted here. I'll go wait outside."
Well, as you go to wait outside and pull Creep along, Creep doesn't move. It's as hard as you like, and it's not like Creep's resisting your movement, it's like Creep has been physically glued to the floor.
Oh
At
no.
that point, Relgash is just drops the rope to the ground and just says, makes the cleaning hands gesture, lifting his arms up, and okay, I'll wait outside. I see I'm not wanted here.
Okay then. Well, Radagash begins to walk away. Khan looks round confused as to what's going on.
I'll prestidigitate to Khan. Stay with Creep. See if you can get him to move. Zopper and I. Well, I mean, I mean, I don't know whether Zoppa's being given like full access or not, but
He did say full access, but
Well, he said
You did
access
say-
permitted, which means you have
yeah, you did
access
say
to the-
barred though when you came up to me. So just
No, I said bargain.
What? bargain.
Oh. yeah.
Oh, bargain. What do you mean by bargain?
Bargain betrayed.
Hmm.
Well, you guys go ahead and make insight checks.
I
Give me some
am
insight checks for
not
me.
like Let's make
So
an
walk
inside
about in
check.
Discord settings because I noticed my microphone doesn't seem to be carrying a lot, so I'm just going to turn on the
I
automatic.
got an 18.
Oh, very nice.
I'm not even logged
Uh,
in.
Thank you for follow. Nerdy Drunken Monkey Goblin.
That is an epic name.
That is an epic name.
We love the name.
So yeah, anyways, Shizuka, whoops. Don't know what fell over there. Something fell over.
Yeah.
No idea what it was.
Yes. I suppose.
On an 18 insight, something you'll
Yes.
find most interesting, it would appear that these seekers were reading your mind. Like,
Oh boy.
and it was completely without consent.
Well, darn. I can't be angry. I can't kill anyone because I'm supposed to be a cleric. I mean, I could, but that would be very out of character. Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether Shizuka knows that Zoppo is like allowed as well or not. I don't know.
Well, you all heard each other's thing.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, like I'll put like I said, I'll prestidigitate to Khan. See, like look after Creep. See if you can move him. Zopper and I will look into. No, Zopper and I will like look for the books.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I would have rolled an Arcana check for Khan when you previously asked. Khan prestidigitates back to you that Creep appears to be paralysed.
Hang on. Does this? Just reading the spell. Blinded, deafened. Aha! I mean, I could use a spell slot to cast Lesser Restoration to get rid of the paralyzed condition for Creep. So, I will do that for Creep. There you go.
Cool. So you cast Restoration. As you go to do so, both of the Seekers look over at you.
But bearing in mind this is like a paper lotus flower.
That's fine. Like your spell's still cast, but like he looks at you inquisitively. Like whatever you've done seems to have caught his interest. And you all hear that psychic voice again emanate through your mind. Curious. What spell?
Shizuka will prestidigitate our kobold companion looked unwell. I cast something to ease the nausea and sickness.
kobold was pacified.
Oh, snap. I'll prestidigitate, my Kenku companion. No, I told my Kenku companion to look after our kobold while like Zopper and I read from this library. We promise we won't cause any trouble.
Promise, we're just here to look, to watch.
You have access. Permission granted. What do you seek?
We seek. Oh yeah, I'm prestidigitating all of this right now. We seek any books that speak about lycanthropy. No, not lycanthropy. Gosh darn. Curses and how to get rid of curses. I obviously don't mention that it's a vampiric curse on purpose.
Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh no! Oh no!
As I prestidigitate, it's like you feel his eyes really lock onto you, and yeah, he's tapping around.
Oh no! Come on, no! Hang on. Do I cast? Do I have guidance? Yes, I have guidance. Hang on, but guidance won't work on that, won't it? No, it doesn't. It only works on ability.
Yeah, you want
checks. Shit!
Too late now. These guys have been fairly motionless as well. Like they don't frown or like move facial muscles for expression. But eventually, like it twigs for a second, and Zopper, this comes as a shock for you. Like he almost gives like a respectful bow.
Oh, thank you. Sort of do a twiddly bow as well.
But what he says afterwards is kind of a shocker. It's like, apologies. Did not realize. Forgive rudeness. Will collect tomes you seek.
Oh, is it?
Carry on.
Is that to me?
No, that was to Shizuka. Like you still heard the voice. It's still like he's. Again, they don't speak with mouths; they speak via telepathy.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, so we're just hearing the voice.
Yeah, you're hearing the voice in your head.
Yeah. No, carry on.
So, yeah, gives sincere apologies and proceeds to then. He asks you to wait at the central chamber. But you guys came through, and there were several tables and lecterns set up and everything else. You find Brelgesh there; he's waiting for you.
Okay.
And after a while, the Seeker returns with a massive stack of books. As he places them down, he then looks back to you all, and again the psychic voice emanates of, "Do you require all curses?"
Yes, please. we acquire all curses.
Can provide copies for 300 gold.
Oh snap! Do we have 300 gold?
Don't look at me.
Hang on. Do we have like party
I'm pretty
loot?
sure we
it like
do.
extends a very gaunt and seriously like malnourished hand.
I
I
mean,
know we had it written somewhere.
I was gonna say, I swear we had like party loot bag or something like that. I know we
Yeah.
had
It's
Vampire
Vampire
Cobalt
Cobalt
treasure.
Which had 80 gold, 900 silver, and 1,800 copper. You already sold
I'm
the
trying to-
gems because you wanted the 70 gold out of those.
Okay, well, I have 106 gold pieces.
I have 111.
Okay, how much does
Fine.
everyone else have?
Well, Khan, according to her sheet, only has 18 gold.
Oh, poor Con.
And I don't know how much Foxy has. But Foxy is currently on mute.
Damn it, Foxy! I mean, you can access his character sheet, right?
I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I have been muted, and I have 115 gold.
I was gonna say, would it be cool if we pulled together the amount of gold? Like, 100 gold each.
I suppose so. If it's only, I mean, it is only 300. We're not talking like
Yeah, we're not talking about
thousands.
thousands.
Yeah, it is like enough that we've still got stuff to live on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I will give 100 gold pieces to the Doody Look Seeker dude.
Yep.
I would as well, reluctantly.
And
in
reluctantly,
character.
Mhm.
yes, reluctantly, Relgash is also going to give 100 gold, and just going to say, well, better be worth it, being that I wasn't welcome here at first.
Oh, God.
You are a soldier.
Well, that's the
Have no
What?
purpose here. Was not meant in rudeness.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he then begins to start placing some of the terms up on the lectern and pulls out a like massive wad of paper and then begins to make copies of everything. And as he starts to get underway, he informs you, completion in the day. Return this evening or forfeit the copies.
Ew. We shall return as you said, as you instruct.
Very good. My lady. And now I leave it to you guys to uncork that bottle.
she going to tell us, Suzuka?
I mean, Shizuka's prestidigitates very shakily. They know who I am.
Well, that might actually help us for the moment if they know who you are.
God damn it, Foxy.
Yes.
Anyways, where do you guys want to go in Yari? There is a lot of things to do.
We need to get a leash for Crip.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
rope.
a
The rope
proper
sort of
leash.
counts.
Yes.
The rope's enough.
I think we could.
And we need to get
use,
a license as well.
Yes, we do need to get a license, and also I think we could kind of get a little bit better leash for Creep, being that I hope that it doesn't come to that, but I might actually take the leash, which is the rope, and just accidentally strangle him.
What?
What?
I'm so
You know that he is trying to help Khan.
Yes, but he killed the horse, and Ralgash just cannot stand someone who killed his horse. It's
You
a
do
character
real-
flaw.
You do realise this is going to end up in a PvP if you kill Crip. I will not let you kill him.
I was not expecting to play if we play combat. This could be hilarious.
Dude, now I gotta say, that is a clip-worthy moment.
Why is somebody not clipping that?
I mean, I think it pleases me also that Christie's with me on this. Like, the whole...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I beg your pardon, but...
Qu'est-ce que fait? Anyway. So, you...
I'm getting feedback from someone.
Oh no, don't mind me, carry on.
no, that was actually where the feedback's coming through then.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
jeez.
what I was gonna say, if you paid attention what I said before, it was that I'm highly suggesting that we get a proper leash for Creep, so it doesn't happen.
It's down to you guys. But right now, you are within the city of Yari. The colossal city that it is. I mean, look at that thing. It's huge.
Yes, it is.
And you guys are somewhere sort of up here-ish right now. At the Temple of Moikane. Also, I updated your handout. So I put down as 4 points of interest. So you got the market,
that's the thing.
the Temple of Moikane, Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, Izanagi, and Izanami.
Huzzah!
Are sort of major places that you can go to right now. Along with a few other spots. I mean, getting registered, certainly easy. Plenty of militaristic outposts. All of which bear the emblem of the Royal Guard, so it's that Japanese Imperial Diamond. I suppose it's more of a rhombus than diamond. Anyway, with the single line through it indicating one, which would be the top Royal Guard. And they all seem to hold themselves to high esteem.
Mm.
But if you guys want to get Creep registered, it costs you a mere 10 gold to get Creep properly registered. Also, he comes with like a proper leash and everything else.
Just a rack of leashes, just like.
Well, it's more like,
Like, which one would you like? You have the basics.
Well, it's just more, what kind of level would you like? Okay, fantastic. Here's the paperwork. Give us a second. Here is just the simple ring hook that goes on it with a name tag that says it's Creep, and on the back is an arcane sigil. Seems to double up as like a locator. Should something happen.
That is actually a really nice looking leash. I'm actually happy that we got it.
Yep. So for 10 gold, whoever
Aye.
wants to cough up the money for it, creep is now registered. Whoever's paying it, it's registered to you. So creep is like your sidekick. So I'll let you guys decide who wants to look after creep.
Yeah, look at me. He's not my pet.
Why is it so silent?
Because
Oh, God.
I'm clipping a thing.
Okay. Also, well, if nobody else volunteers, I kind of could cough up the 10 gold, being that I probably am the one which has almost most of the money.
I was going to say, if we need to get a license for crepe, it would probably be best if the person who's actually getting the license would take care of crepe in case they need to, I don't know, examine him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, also, like, well, Relgash probably would treat Creep as sort of like a dog of his, as a sidekick.
All it means is a sidekick. It's like it's a new NPC subtype.
Yes.
So he wouldn't have like the full stat block or anything like that. It would just be the basic stuff you need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's up to you guys. Whoever wants creep, let me know and I'll add it to your thing as a sidekick when I remember.
I'll check my monetary
Okay.
situation.
I mean, if no one else decides to take over taking care of creep, I will personally see to it if it means that like Relgash doesn't kill creep.
It isn't like that. It was that he could have done it, but now that we have a proper leash, he will be somewhat, at least, will be treating them kind of fair. Of course.
Well, if I do the bureaucratic shenanigans with the getting the license and take creep with me, I don't mind who else comes along. Probably, preferably someone who can actually speak rather than speak in prestidigitation or mimicry.
Do you want me to come along and I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah, sure.
through them.
Yes. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, like I said, there's no major problems with, like I said, getting creep tagged, so 10 gold, creep is now yours.
Hooray!
He has a nice little, essentially a dog collar on. He has a name tag saying his name is Creep.
Aw.
And yeah, an arcane sigil, which I'm fairly confident you guys can make the Arcana check anyway, passively. It's a locator, but it's a locator specifically for Creep. So it's like basically having him chipped.
Mm.
So
Okay.
just bear that in mind. They know where you are, because they can follow the Creep.
I mean, yeah. That will be something to take into consideration.
Indeed. But anyway, the time moves on. Did you guys want to do anything else whilst you're in the colossal city of the Addy?
So I'm guessing we got the documents
Mm-hmm.
and all that jazz.
Yep, I just need to make an actual sidekick thing for Creep and add it to your D&D Beyond character sheets.
Okay. Sorry, creep. if this city weren't so Puritan, we wouldn't mistreat you in this way.
No, it's not like a mistreatment thing. It's just like a legal requirement that a creature like Creep needs to be tagged.
I still feel bad.
So it's no different than having your dog chipped and everything else. Dogs and cats need to be microchipped.
I mean, I know.
Same kind of logic, and it's not like it's uncomfortable. I mean, Creep does, keeps on adjusting the collar. He doesn't seem comfortable wearing a collar that's that type. You can easily adjust it. But anyway, if you guys don't want to do anything else, you can swing back to the Temple of Amoy Kane. Collect your copies. It's a shame you guys weren't around. Actually, you would have noticed that something really cool regarding those seekers. But you left, so you never know. Haha.
Oh man.
But you do have perfect copies, almost like they were photostated, of several tomes relating to curses.
I was gonna say, since those seekers kind of sniff the books like cocaine and all, does this mean that they sneezed all over the copies? Like they just get a blank piece of paper, just let out the biggest sneeze, and all of a sudden the words just splurge on like this inky bogey kind of thing,
Not so much sneezing.
or more like howling. Like,
Yeah, just like heavy breathing. Am I missing up a glass? Am I missing up mirrors? By breathing
I know, I was thinking of Bill and Ben, you know how they speak.
oh yeah, flop-a-dob. Yes.
Flop-a-dop.
I know a very rude joke for that one.
Oh no.
Flop, flew, flee.
Flop, flop, flee.
That's how you count to 1, 2, 3 in Bill and Ben language, by the way.
Is this like the early remnants of like Simish? Like from the Sims?
Yeah.
Probably. But anyway, I'll tell you all the dirty joke after the stream, because it is not stream appropriate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway. But you now have your various tomes on curses.
Hooray!
So, if you guys want to make, in the future, any arcana or religion checks relating to a curse, you now have advantage.
Woohoo!
So, whoever wants to make a note of it on their character sheet, you now have books on curses.
Books on curses.
Oh, why, Tash? Why have you redeemed the stretch? I don't need to stretch.
Because, Brian, you has to stretch to like get your body into a healthy state of healthiness.
Yeah, but also if I stretch, everyone just hears the bones snapping.
Yeah. It's the liquid in between your bones.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, but I sound like Aku in Samurai Jack.
Hakuna Matata.
Sadly not, no. Aku.
Aku, yeah.
Yeah, from like the final season of the Samurai Jack, like there's a whole routine where he gets out of bed in the morning and it's just constant snapping.
Ooh.
So the next thing you need to do is try and get your hands on some diamonds. Oh, that's fun actually.
Oh.
That reminds me, as the evening begins to come in a bit, Khan.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah.
As the evening draws in, and a few of the markets are still open, a few shops still are selling various bits, you notice that Khan has wandered off down to a small little butcher's.
And we're not awake for this?
Oh, you're awake for this. It's like you've picked up the books and like you're trying to work out now your next step, as it were.
Yes.
But like Khan has been sitting there patiently waiting, and it's like, oh, there's a butcher's over there. Just totted off.
Oh my god. we need to go after Khan.
Yep.
Up to you guys.
It's like a child toddling off.
Yeah, oh god.
Indeed.
Like, never mind a leash and a collar for Creep. We need a leash and a collar for Khan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're following Khan. We're gonna try and get him to stop with his homicidal tendencies.
Hey, boy.
Well, oddly enough, like, you notice this wasn't all that homicidal. It was just more like he gets to the butchers and you stop him, and he's like, "Khan hungry." He tries to say it as best he can. Obviously, his tome's kind of trying to feed him the vocabulary.
Well, I suppose at least buying him actual like meat from the butchers, it doesn't look suspicious, does it?
That's true. I mean,
We
we
could
don't.
just be buying meat, can't we? So-
I mean, we just don't want to feed his addiction. That's all.
no, but
Yeah.
I mean, it is actual food. You know, like prepared
I know,
food.
like-
It's not like he's going and killing
Yeah.
cattle in a field.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
true, but so long as it's cooked, then it doesn't look so, I don't know, horrific.
Oh, Khan isn't going for cooked.
Well, we're making them go for cooked. I will.
No.
Why are you guys facilitating his addiction?
We are trying to survive.
Yeah.
Remember, we can maybe have this nice, not make him look so savage. If he haven't descended down to that level.
I got this image now of you guys having this conversation, and Khan's just stood there looking up at you.
Oh
And they're
god.
just like, facilitate. Meat, food. Car.
Well, maybe we ask for the price on the meat so he could eat.
Meat to eat.
Look, I really don't see the problem in buying him like a bit of meat.
You guys are going in the butchers to facilitate his addiction. I'm not taking part in it.
All right, all of you stay out there. I'll go in.
Alright.
Okay, so Zopper and Khan, you walk into this butcher's. He seems to be in the process of sort of closing up shop. He's putting various bits away and buying various knives through washers and everything else. But as you enter in, he's like, good evening. How can I be of service? Khan just looks at the array of fresh raw meats and gestures and is like, some raw beef diced. Fantastic, that's only having 1 silver for the pound.
How much would you like for tea tonight, then, Khan? If I'm baking. Any
Khan looks
leftovers?
back at you and cocks his head to the side. How much?
We'll get a couple of pounds. Should do us both for a stew.
Oh, very well then. Mere 2 silver pieces. I'll just get the something for you to carry that all in.
There we go.
Well,
And I will give him.
Khan pulls out a gold piece.
Yep.
So Khan's actually
There we
paid for
go.
that for you. I'll just update it on the character sheet.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. Well, Khan's got his 2 has now got 2 pounds of raw diced beef.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Twitch. Khan takes the bag.
And we shuffle him out of the shop quick before he
Well, this is
starts
something-
devouring it.
But this is the other thing, so you guys were really worried about his vampirism being noticed, but over the course of like the few days you've been with Khan and his condition has gotten worse, he's not looked bad. You'd say he was
No.
sick, he wasn't a vampire. You've seen a vampire lord up close. There was a distinct like look to them. And Khan hasn't got any of those traits. He's still mostly Kenku. Right now he's just kind of hunkering for red meat. The rawer the better. So he's now having this raw diced beef as like sort of chewing candy.
I was gonna say, like, I could just imagine him like walking around town, like just sort of stuffing his face like with all this red meat, like a freaking child.
Yeah, like he opens the bag, he dips his beak in, pulls a bit out, and then there's the whole bird thing of flicking it in the air and catching it in his beak.
Doing like the glugging down that they do that the birds do.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, getting
Yeah.
it like gizzard.
Also, well, the reason why I probably got hungering for some lovely meat is that I ate so good moose meat like under a week ago that it was so delicious.
Sadly, you say the word moose, and all that comes to mind is the opening to Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Yeah. And it was actually moose calf.
Yeah, I just got to see the opening to Holy Grail of my sister was once bitten by a moose. We
Yes.
apologise for the interruption in the opening credits. The person that has hired the subtitlers has been fired, as was the person who hired him. The rest of this opening sequence should now be done by Mexican llamas. Anyway, so next up comes your stay. Where are you staying in Yari? Because you currently have nowhere at the minute.
Can
Well,
we?
Yeah.
One of you does.
Would anyone who's been here before know of any? I mean, I don't think we can afford a decent pub now we've spent our money.
So for a good night's stay, it costs you 1 gold per person per night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it does cover you a meal and a room. Drinks and other extras will add up as the night goes on. But those,
Yeah.
for those of you that have been here before, you know there are plenty of inns. They're much more prominent to the south, down in the gate area.
Ah.
As, let's face it, people tend to stay there overnight and leave at first light in the morning.
I mean, that would be a good place to see whether there's like rumors of diamonds and stuff along those lines.
Could do. Could sort of listen over.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
okay then.
That is true.
Do I have a thing for indoor pubs? Of course I do. Alright then. So you'll find yourself into one of these mini carriage houses, as they're appropriately called. You all pay for your rooms for the night, however you guys want to go about it. I'll let you argue amongst yourselves. But overhearing conversations, make perception checks for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oof. I got my nose in the book. Like I am reading through stuff.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're reading through stuff, and then there is just as you hear like the what you would need it to hear, you just sneeze because the book has so much dust on it.
I know, right?
Actually,
I'm surprised.
The books you have are not dusty.
Yeah, it's good perception for me.
Oh wow!
That was
Hurrah!
Relgash has got nothing right now. He's keeping an eye on 2 children, essentially. one on a baby harness, the other one eating raw meat at the table.
Yes.
I won't worry about creeping and calm with perception. But Zopper, you do overhear a conversation. Betty. And again.
That book's
Bless you.
got me.
Yeah.
So there's that fresh book smell.
Yeah. Sorry, yep, so...
Yeah, so you do overhear a conversation.
Mhm.
You notice over in one of the far corners of the room there are a couple of dark elves sat in the corner with their coal black skin, white hair and everything else. And as you're listening to the conversation, you're picking up some key bits, talking about a jewellery heist over at the docks. It's going to be easy pickings, just in, grab a box, get out. And you already have a buyer lined up. All they've got to worry about now is military intervention. But no one's dumb enough to go up against the military. Are you crazy? They will cut us down before we even make a break through the crowd. That's fine. Just need to find a couple of lackeys that will act as a distraction for us.
My ears twitch.
Yeah, that's the kind of general gist you're getting.
Mm.
Meanwhile, with obviously Ralgash is busy looking after the kids. Shizuka, as you're going through that, as you're distracted with your curses, no, it's just noise right now. That's slowly disappearing into white noise as you go hyper focused.
Yeah.
But you're finding curses you never heard of before.
Ooh. Yes.
And everything else it's like that level of hyper focus. It's like, oh, that's a cool one. Oh, I'll have to remember that one when I can do bestow curse.
Mm.
And things like
I
that.
mean-
You also get the occasional curse from other cultures that you've yet to encounter.
Yeah. Yeah, reading the papers like the studious cleric she is.
In your element. But anyways, what would you guys like to do?
I mean, I suppose go to sleep tonight, because...
Yeah, it probably would be a good idea.
I will go to sleep when I feel like I go to sleep. I'm going to read.
You're engrossed in reading.
Is that bedtime reading?
And
You guys all go up to bed and everything else, the inn begins to quiet down. They go around and put out all the candles. You just then a candle back on. Shizuka hasn't left.
I have prestidigitation, so I can technically just go, candle back on.
so Shizuka is keeping on reading, and at a certain point, when Relgash gets tired enough, he just says, I will find this... I have heard a legend of this little red-furred being, and he will put you to sleep. He won't ask you, he will command you to go to sleep.
And Creep like look excited. It's like, what is the name of this creature?
It's a creature you hope you never meet.
So scary. Most fascinating.
Ah, joke's on you. Elves can't go to sleep through magic.
Yes, but I think that was aimed at
I
Creep.
can meditate.
As well,
Yeah.
Creep's like fascinated. It's like, this sounds so cool.
And for anyone who this isn't obvious already, it was Relgash was talking about Elmo.
Our
Oh,
group's Elmos.
oh, Elmo.
The Elmo
Yeah.
knows where you live meme.
I actually like that.
I have to see if I can
Yeah.
resize that down to like a 112 and put that inside the third emote.
Yes.
I don't think it will scale well, but we'll see. Anyway, so the morning comes.
Okay.
You'll have your short rest, not a long rest.
Okay.
It's hardcore sleeping rules. I mean, if you guys want to take a long rest, it just means you guys spend 3 days. So just
I
bear that in
mean,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah. But
there we go.
It's pretty awesome. So, day comes. Morning arrives. What would you guys like to do with your second day in Yadi? Already the city is abuzz with activity. The sound outside is deafening as I've been next to the M1.
Let's go looking for diamonds. And turn the
I
dust.
take it Zopper would have sort of explained, like, I overheard this.
Oh.
I overheard that there was some dark elves looking to go and grab something, but they're looking for somebody to take the fall as well. We were in the pub last night. Would they have, I take it, would we know where they were talking about? Or
They mentioned
Where-
the docks.
what area? docks, yeah.
Yeah, and the docks on the map is this area up here. It's where it abuts the God tier lake. Admittedly, a lot of this bit down here, this sort of mauve section, is mostly where all the commerce comes through.
Yeah.
Especially for raw materials, so like blacksmiths and the like. So certainly there'll be a few dual cutters that can offer you some diamonds if you had the cash. But anyway, yeah, you have a location. If you guys wanted to have a nose.
Uh-huh. Okay, 100 gold pieces. Okay, I mean, yeah, 100 gold pieces.
As long
Yeah.
as we're not spending 100 gold pieces again.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Actually, hold on. How much is 1,800 copper pieces in terms of gold?
Be 1,800 is 100 copper to the gold.
So essentially, we kind of technically already have like sort of 100 gold pieces as such. We just need to like turn that into diamond dust. Well, we need to turn it into diamonds. I'm just looking up the greater restoration spell and like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the majority of the money cost there was for the caster himself to actually do it as like a service charge. Parts are cheap, labor's expensive. And let's face it, he ran a pretty shady shop to begin with.
Oh, this is like Murakumo purple person. Sort of thing.
No,
Was it?
It wasn't purple. This was the alchemist.
Oh.
I've still got him in here somewhere. I think. Was he in NPCs? There you go. This was
Yeah, oh, Doody McDude face.
yes.
Okay.
Whose name I forgot to add in
Yes.
after last session, but yeah, he was a dark elf that was an alchemist.
I think it was like began with the B.
I can't remember. I know he was super happy that he had invented coffee.
Mhm.
Yes.
I remember that was his bit.
Well, we'll probably have to look back at the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's so. I take it you guys make your way to the docks.
I mean,
Because Zopper's has offered, you know,
Yeah.
the whole thing of there's a couple of guys looking to do a heist, looking for someone to take the fall. Equally, you guys can just go straight through that to the market district and just buy a diamond straight up.
I mean, Shizuka would rather do it honestly. Like, yeah, we need to buy diamonds the honest way. We're not going to resort to stealing.
No.
That is true. Also, it kind of goes against Relgash's values.
Yeah.
That because being a soldier, being more of a protector of well-being of others, that's why he doesn't support stealing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay then. So, you make your way through the market district. You manage to buy yourself the 100 gold diamonds you require.
Okay.
It was expensive, but it's going to be worth it.
Okay. So, in other words, if we look at the vampire kobold treasure, so that's like,
I believe that's everything gone.
I mean,
Apart from the drift globe, but you guys were keeping that because they doubled up as an extra thing to sort of act as a spray bottle for Khan.
yeah, that's true.
Also, drift globe is very handy for Khan in general because he doesn't have dark vision,
That is also very true.
so he can make a portable light,
Aha.
which is always good to know. So, your return after purchase and everything else. So, I'm just going to take that treasure list off your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
There we go. So, your journals.
Ta-da!
So yeah, you make your way through back to the alchemist's store in the Undermarket. You ring on through, and yeah, it's certainly a bit busier than usual. Some people seem to be lining up with small little, bang the mic, small little tin jars.
Okay.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Like it's a bit busier in there as people are now lining up with like little tin jars, and you see them sitting there going,
Oh, tin jars, because I literally heard swallow jars.
Hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I knocked the microphone. I was knocking the microphone. Yeah, they're all lining up with tins and jars, and they seem to be buying his coffee.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously found a way of making a much larger yield over the past couple of days. But yeah, he gives out the last minute. It's like, oh, thank you everyone. That's it. I'm completely out of my mystical brewing beverage. Come by again anytime you need some soon. And my previous acquaintances.
Yes, we have returned.
Yeah, waits for everyone to leave.
We're
And
back.
he shuts the door and locks it. Or like puts on like a apologies we're closed sign. So, do you have what I have requested?
I guess so.
Yeah,
And who's carrying them?
I mean, yeah, we can give 100 gold, as in the 100 gold's worth 100 gold. I guess. Hold on, are we actually buying the diamonds, or have we bought the diamonds already?
You bought the diamonds.
Oh, fantastic. Okay,
Yeah,
then
he
in
wanted
that case,
both,
then
he needed diamonds, and also he wanted payment for doing the spell,
yeah,
which was the really expensive bit. Like I said, the cost of it was cheap, but labour was going to be the expensive part.
yeah. We happily hand over the diamonds and the payment.
But you do not have enough to pay me. I believe I said the value at 500 gold pieces.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang on. Hold on.
Cricket runs back through to 2 weeks ago.
I can't do maths. Why are you making me do maths?
Because it's D&D. It's 90% maths.
Yes, it is.
Like, how much money do we have for the labor costs?
I have 15 gold and 8 silver, I think.
Meanwhile, has only a mere 17 gold and 8 silver to his name.
Do not simply have enough.
Like, okay, what is the exact number? Like, how much more do we need to get in order to fulfill that 500 gold, like, labor cost?
I think we need
I've
like
only got 11 gold to my name, so
450.
I have 5.
Yeah.
we definitely have like no party bag amongst us.
Yeah.
No, this is the problem with being level 3 adventurers. But anyway, he looks at like how thin your pockets are and everything else, and says, well, I suppose I could waive it for maybe a favour or two.
Yeah, we could do favours.
Yeah.
Well, I do have an errand to run. It'd be nice to have someone to do it for me. And he like opens up a fan and like covers up his face as he sits there and thinks. Yes, that could work out rather nicely. Closes it with a snap. Alright then. I'll waive the fee for the work if you do me a small favour.
Yep. Sockle sort of like lean in.
Well, I have a job that needs to be done. I have a contact. He's some 50 miles south of here. There'll be a mountain range past the forest. If you could meet my contact out there, I will do the spell for you for no cost right now, and you bring back whatever he has for me. Sound fair?
Yeah.
Obviously, if he has somehow perished out in the wilderness, I will need you to bring back a certain chest, and he will prestidigitate a very specific looking lockbox that you need to recover. It's nothing
Okay.
difficult. Nothing I doubt any of you could handle. All sound fair?
Yeah. Although there must be a catch somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I
There
believe
is no
so.
catch, but if you want to make an insight check against me, go ahead.
Let's make an insight check.
Wow, Shizuka's rolled well.
Wrong.
Relgash. I love the fact that Relgash is natural 20. Just
Yeah.
matches.
Mhm.
God damn it, you rolled so high. So you can all work out that, yeah, no, there's going to be a catch. There's definitely something up, but it's the best offer you have right now of getting someone to cast Greater Restoration on Khan for you. Shizuka and Ragash, so you guys reckon that with what he's asking of you and how vague he's being, this sounds like illegal to the maximum degree. Even the way he's wording it, it's like a legally grey area, but if he was caught, it would be illegal. If you guys were caught, he has plausible deniability.
Relgash being an honest soldier, taking care of these lovely things called people well-being, won't do one thing which he would love to do, but he won't unless he asks from the party first. But he isn't acting, at least not yet. And Relgash looks at the party being like, well, I am a little bit larger adventure, so do we want to get the real truth out of him?
I would love to get the real truth out of him. Like, just be like, what's the catch? What do
Yeah. So does Shizuka prestidigitate that you want the real truth out of him?
No, actually.
Okay.
I am going to do something else. I am going to suggest that he will be straightforward and honest with any kind of catches or the reason why he's using such vague language. So make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Well, do elves get their advantage on that? I'm guessing they would.
Elves. Elves.
Yeah.
Technically, they would get advantage on being charmed. So I would probably say.
Well, even if he did, he rolled terribly. A 1 and a 3.
Well then, yeah. So you better be honest, man.
You cast out suggestion on him. And he drops the first and like, okay, fine. If you want the truth, I have a contact who is bringing these things under the Imperial radar. Let's say. And I just can't be seen moving the city and then coming back with a full supply of what I'm working with. That was the agreed dropping off point, 50 miles south of Yari. Up against the mountains. If you guys leave today, you'll be at the point by tomorrow. I'm just considering your favour to me as payment for not being able to pay me in casting the spell for your friend. Which reminds me, and he holds up the diamond and points out that you do want your friend saved, don't you?
Well,
Favour for the favour.
Well, we have a little. I do have a little suggestion for you.
Oh.
You cast a spell, and we won't tell anyone about your plans or your acquaintances.
Make an intimidation check.
Yep. And I believe it is gonna go horrible. Yep.
Yep.
He walks over to you, Ragash, and gives you almost like this gentle tap on the chest with his fan. And it's like, my dear feline fella, you do realise that I've done this many a time before. There's a reason they call this part of the city the Undermarket.
And I most courageously, I'm sorry what I'm about to do, but I have done this many times.
Don't do it, Relgash.
And Relgash takes the guy from front of his clothes and lifts him up to the wall.
Oh no! Relgash! No! No, Relgash! Don't do it! Oh god damn it, Relgash!
As you go to grab him, go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
I was gonna say, could try
as he tells you to sit down.
Ooh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh
Yeah,
god!
You lean in for the grab, and he just goes, sit down, and you are compelled to sit.
Hmm.
At which point he flaps open his fan again. You can certainly try Shizuka and gently fans himself and goes, that's much better now, we're going to be civilized. And if you find this arrangement appropriate, I can find something else, something a bit more legal for you all. I mean, strictly speaking, those of the higher classes have been downtrodden people of our standing for quite some time. I was just levelling the playing field. So,
And as he says that he can find us something more legal to do, Relgash calms down almost instantly and says, thank you.
much better. Nice to see we can get along. Very well then, come with me. And he walks through into the back room where he has already set up a circle and everything. He gestures for Khan to sit in the middle. And he begins to cast Greater Restoration to clear Khan of his vampirism.
Hooray!
Yay!
So that's one side quest out of the way. Khan is now cured of his vampirism, though you now owe him a favour.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you all begin to celebrate, you all realise that he's sitting there, he's got the fan over in front of his face, he's trying hard not to laugh, but you can hear him chuckling.
Well, I mean, yeah, I smile, but it's a very sad smile because she knows, oh, snap, now we have to do stuff for him.
Do you mean like tears of joy and smile of sadness from as the wait a minute, Rajesh Kuthrapali said in Big Bang Theory?
Well, or something like that.
Well, now this is going to be fun, isn't it? So, if you don't want to go collect my illegal collection, I do have something else coming in a bit further afield if you're interested. It's a bit further south. I mean, you could always do the 2 jobs for me if you feel like it, and I consider the full debt of which you owe me completely written off. I will not report you to the Imperial, the Royal Guard squads or anyone of political standing or law enforcement.
Well, if we're gonna do one, you got to do the other.
Fantastic. I have a friend that is in need of some help. And this is not the illegal one, this is a separate fellow. He currently resides at the Imperial Guard outpost north of the Hunto and Kotura. I've forgotten the name of the town now. Sorry, the Kosaten. There is a ring of mountains famous for encapsulating a small desert. He does train his soldiers rather rigorously out there. What he requested of me seems a bit strange, but I'm inquired to oblige. But I just need you to hand him this for me, and he hands you a written note. Nothing drastic.
I'll take the note.
Okay.
Is the note sealed with like
No.
properly sealed?
No, it's not sealed or anything. You can openly read it.
Okay. Well, Relgash actually asks, do we have your permission to read the note?
Oh, you're more than welcome to read the note.
Okay.
And as you go to read it... yeah, guess what I prepared this morning? No, as you read it, here it reads, to the most honourable captain of the 11th Company, I present to you some fresh recruits for your recent desert campaign.
Excuse you.
Sounds, well, this sounds good to me.
Well, those are the 2 things I require to do. I owe him a favour. You owe me a favour. So by proxy. You owe him a favour, so you can go and do that if you prefer not to collect some supplies that I've legally paid for that has been transported by off-road means. Under the radar. As they are very valuable. So does that all sound fair to you? You can get 2 jobs done in one go?
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah, I see this as a reasonable offer that we can do this, and as things are I don't harbor ill will against you, so we won't be going to the authorities about the other thing either.
Fantastic. I do appreciate it. I should point out, by the way, what I was doing was just morally grey.
Yes.
So I've been brought in by a private courier. That was all. Alright then. So with that, you now have a new quest objective. Ba-da-dum. Well, two, actually, if you guys want to pursue both objectives. So you have the objective to collect a lockbox from a delivery. And I should add on, by the way, regarding that delivery, if the person in question has died or suffers an ill-fated accident, any other goods he was delivering were forfeit. So it means you guys could be potentially rich off of that one. And also joining up with the 11th Company.
Yes.
And Foxy, with your military background, you know full well about the 11th Company.
Yes. And another thing, what I also remember is the lovely thing that in last campaign we killed the captain of 11th Company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that is correct.
But you guys are back in time.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
that's also true.
We're
Things
about
have-
500 years early.
Yes. But the 11th Company are well known for being sort of the muscle, if you will.
Yeah.
Like the 7th Company that you've dealt with in Minato, they are the sailors and good police officers to a lesser extent.
Yes.
They investigate everything quite thoroughly. The 11th are straight up more muscle equals more power. More kills.
Dang.
Zoppa's going dang for a different reason.
And Shizuka's just internally crying.
What her life has become.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of Shizuka, by the way.
Oh, no.
Well, it's just one last thing before you head on out, and you've been reading through your curses overnight.
Yes.
You come across one. It was suspiciously put in with the curse pile. You suspect it was probably misplaced
Mm.
and misorganized. It's a poem, if you will,
Right.
entitled "The Sealed King."
Mm.
Crap! I've now since lost the thing. Give me a second. I need to find it again. I did find it in my notes earlier, and then I closed the wrong tab. Terribly embarrassing.
No!
Right, here we go. The Sealed King, after 900 years... after 900 years he will gain his pulse. Another 90 he regains his intellect. 9 more years he will regain his power. And in 9 days he conquers the world.
Okay, so after 900 years, he will gain his pulse. After 90 days...
After 900 years, it's another 90 years he regains his intelligence.
Yeah.
9 more years he regains his power. And then conquers the world in 9 days.
After 9 days, he regains his intelligence. Oh no, he regains his power.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Okay, so after 900 years, he will gain his pulse. After 90 years, he regains his After 90 days, he regains his power. And after 9 days, he will conquer the
It's
world.
900 years,
Yeah.
another 90 years, who regains his intelligence.
Yeah.
9 more years, who regains his power. And then 9 days to conquer the world.
Nice. I know what this is because I know the feeling. I will ask that afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's totally not scary at all.
It's not all that scary. Another thing I will say, by the way, guys, you've now leveled up to level 4.
Woohoo!
As you've reached a chapter in this campaign, as it were.
Oh.
But another thing as well, as you guys go to leave, there is quite the procession going down the main thoroughfare towards the gate and everything else.
Mm.
And as you all try to see what's going on and everything else, it seems to be quite the military procession. Walking past. And everyone's like kind of curious as to, why the procession, why all the fanfare. Asking around, you realise that there has now been a new captain selected. This is something that has not happened. If I make history checks, Foxy gets it with advantage for the military background.
Yes.
Oh, nice one, Shizuka.
Not bad for me.
No, not bad.
What was that?
Terrible. That's what that was. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So, Foxy, you're aware that this ceremony happens.
Yes.
You can't remember the last time it's happened. It might be long before you were born, as it were.
Yeah.
Zoppa's in the same sort of boat. Shizuka, on the other hand, yeah, this is well within your lifetime. You remember it when you were a little girl.
Oh, snap.
Many years ago. And it's very rare for a captain of the the Royal Guard to either step down, die, but they never retire. Like, it's a position you keep for life. And the last time this happened, it was Squad 10 that had its new captain. But this time round, it's the you see him as part of the procession and everything else. He seems to be sort of leading his troops from the front, and he's a rather unremarkable looking person. Like, you've seen other elves about, and some of them are quite striking. You've got people like Zoppa, who are quite exotic even by tiefling standards. And then you have this strange half-elf who stands sort of 5'7", 5'8", just has a mess of brown hair, wears a small pair of glasses to help him see. Still, like, holds himself up and everything else. He's not really much of a slouch. But compared to some of the people in his retinue, he just doesn't stand out. It's rather a shocker that he's now a captain.
Well then.
And you watch them march out of the alley and begin to go towards the town of Sakura.
Oh my.
Or at least down that road, anyway. But that is where we shall end tonight's session.
Da da da.
Da da. I like that we did that together. Da da da.
Da 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 da.
Right, so I'm just going to mark the map. So for everyone noticing, so on the world map now, you've got this spot and this spot. Those are your two questing locations. So, I hope you have all enjoyed us this evening. We're going to go and level up our characters out off stream. People will have questions and I don't want the audience to know and spoil it. I'm going to save that for the lore stream, should you guys put some effort into it.
Yes.
So, for that everybody, Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, favourite, subscribe, and all that Twitch and YouTube jazz. And we'll see you all next time. Farewell.
Bye bye.
Alright, and lastly, before we actually go, I'm going to get a raid going. Who is ready for a raid?
I is ready for a raid.
Who shall? Let's do. Yeah, let's do final boss, right? I was meant to be on last time, but I was having a vacay. And with that, we shall deploy the raid.